Hello everyone and welcome to Java Forever course. Currently we are learning handling input and output. In today's class we will focus on parsing methods. Now before we start, we need to understand or remember rather is that Java treats every character or every input from the keyboard as a string. Now if you are asking for user's name, there is no problem because the name is a string. It's a set of characters. But how about numbers? If we enter number and we want to do some numerical operation, suppose we enter, we want to add two numbers. So at a high level, we are going to ask enter your first number, then again user will enter a number, then we say enter your second number, user will again enter a second number. As you can see, we're talking about four things. We'll use a print line, and then we'll say enter your first number. I'm not writing just to save time. Then we'll ask user to enter it, and we'll say sc dot next line. We'll use next line method, assuming that we created sc here in this, this, assuming we already did that. Say sc dot next line, and then whatever user entered will store in a variable. Then we will again say enter your second number. We'll say print line, and then we ask user to enter the second number. And then again we'll use sc dot next line, and then we'll store it in a second variable. Let's say I store it in x, I store it in y. This is going to be a string because anything user entered is a string. This is also going to be a string. The problem is I cannot add two strings. In order to ask Java or computer to perform numerical operation, these two have to be number. So by default, if I do next line, it has to be string. Then again, if I do next line, it has to be string. But then I need a way, to convert x and y into numbers. Even though user entered 10, that 10 will come as like this, double quote. And what we really need is just number 10. So to convert a string from double quote 10, to a number 10, we need a method. We need some function, some Java command to convert the string into a number before I can say x plus y. Then it will be 10 plus 20, which is 30, and I want to print it back on the screen. Java provides a couple of good methods to perform this operation. One, what we refer it as, you can see here that, Java has a class, and class is nothing but a group of functions. And that class has a function called parseInt. This parsing, it takes the input and converts this into a number, and then finally this product number becomes my integer value. Similarly, this applies if I'm interested in converting a number. So in order to get the whole number, I will use integer.parseInt. If it is a double, if I know that user is going to enter a fraction value, right? 10.2, 10.1, even 10.0, as long as it's a decimal, it has to be double. It has to be double. So Java has another class, which is again nothing but a group of functions or commands, dot, and then we will say parse double. This method will parse the value for us, and then we will get this value called product underscore price, which I declared it as double. So this is how parsing works. Anytime we want to convert a string into a number, either a whole number or a floating number, we use appropriate class and particular command in that class. So integer class has parseInt, double has parse double. And you can see that here I listed some of this command. Again, it is not an exhaustive list of methods, but at a high level, this is what you will use it. You will say, if I want to convert to a byte, then you want to use it as a byte, or you want to convert to a short number, or you want to convert to a long number, then you want to use, parse long, parse short. And then some of these methods are very intuitive. Looking at the method name itself, you can say like parse double, it will convert to a double number. Parse int, it will convert to a integer value. But this method is part of the integer. Double is part of the double class, which is a separate class. A class at a high level is nothing but a group of commands. So you have one command, you have second command, command one, command two, but this is in the integer class. There is another class called double, is capital D. double, and then it has parse double as another command, right? Parse double. So you have to just remember a couple of these methods, and as you practice, it will become natural to you. You can always do a Google, and you can say, in case you don't remember in the beginning, you can always say how to convert a string into a number, and you will find a lot of help online. But the key thing to understand that anything and everything that you enter from your keyboard when you are asking input from user, that is always a string, and in order to perform mathematical operation, you must convert that string into appropriate format or type, either integer or double or float, whatever it is. And that's all in today's class. In the next chapter, we'll start learning about operators. This is the end of this chapter. I hope you're enjoying it. See you again in the next class.